2 The Redline Productions proudly presents today's 2 The Redline review was made possible in part by
Hey everybody. Well, today let's take a look at this really nice 2008 Lexus IS250 all-wheel drive. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the IS lineup, this represents the second generation of the vehicle. This design was launched in 2006. And when they redesigned it, the Lexus actually gave the IS two different engines. The original one was just the IS300 that had a 3-liter inline-six. This one, there's two engines available. There's the 250 like this one, which is a 2.5-liter V6. Given away by the lettering, it represents the engine displacement. There's also the 350, which comes with a 3.5-liter V6. Now, personally for myself, I would go for the 350 just because I'm a horsepower junkie. The 2.5 is definitely just a vehicle that's more about serene luxury cruising more than all-right speed. The all-wheel drive model is definitely one that's popular in the Northeast states, as this car is rear-wheel drive when you first buy it. Or when it's a two-wheel drive model, it's rear drive. This one represents a pretty high trim. The white color is quite attractive. It's called Starfire White in Toyota speak, I guess. This one's pretty high optioned. It has the bi-xenon adaptive headlights, navigation, parking sensors, heated and cooled seats. It's a really nice car. Only 34,000 miles on this baby. And I am particularly a really big fan of the styling of this car. It's aged really well. I mean, this generation is still in production today. Lexus is getting ready to replace it, and it's aged really well. And actually, this is my first time driving it. It's really sporty to drive as well. Now, this vehicle does come with Lexus's smart key access system. There is the key. Keep it on your person, in your pocket or purse. The door's locked now. Come here, touch that, and the doors will open for you. This one has the cashmere interior with the black contrasting. I really like it. It looks really nice. The interior in here is really nice as well, and it does have your push button start, so just put your foot on the brake, that lights up, push the start button. And the steering wheel will adjust for you, power and everything. The windows are all 4 automatic up-down. The one thing that gives this car away as being a little bit dated in its design today is how small this car is. I just got into this vehicle, I'm only 5'7", and my head hit the roof, so you do have to duck a little bit. This car is a little bit tight on the inside. The all-wheel drive system adds this big centered, you can see that there's this big old partition or bulge right there. That's for the all-wheel drive system. It kind of cuts into your foot space. It's a very cozy, snug feeling cabin, so this, if you're over like 6 foot tall, this car will not be for you. But nevertheless, the interior in here is amazing. It simply is so differentiated from its Toyota counterparts. Well, there isn't really a Toyota version of this car, but I'm just talking about in general with Toyotas. The dashboard is this really nice soft touch material that has this really high quality graining. Everything in here fits perfectly. The fit and finish is phenomenal. You do get a 6-speed automatic with this car with this beautiful wood grain. That's most likely it's real. I mean, this is a Lexus. You have nice silver accents throughout. It's not aluminum though, it's just kind of silver painted plastic. 6-speed automatic with this car with a sport shift mode and paddle shifters. So a little bit unexpected in this kind of a car. This car, Lexus is supposed to be represented as kind of like a luxury, like hushed cruiser, while this car is very sporty. It's very un-Lexus-like when it first came out. The door panels are all soft touch plastic. Nice soft touch leather right there where your elbows are going to go. It's even soft touch down here and down here, and you can open that for a little bit of storage. This one does have the navigation system, as you can see. It does give you a backup camera when you put it in reverse, and then you can see the sunshade actually goes down. Anyways, in terms of the sound system in here, it's really nice. This is Lexus premium audio system. You have your auxiliary input and power port in there, and a little cup holder in here. The cup holders in here are probably what's also kind of crappy, is look how tiny they are. But this car in general is just really tiny. The seats are really comfortable, perforated leather. I love the cashmere color with the black. It just looks really, really nice. The glove box is decent size. It is lined with felt on the inside, but not over here, and it is damped at least. Steering wheel feels really good in your hands. There's your sunshade control back there. It has parking sensors. It has a snow mode. The audio system in here is just fantastic. I don't really have any complaints. I mean, this car just radiates a premium luxury ambience, and I have no complaints. Even down to the memory seats for the driver and for the passenger side. I don't see very many of those. I guess only in a Lexus, really, because Acura doesn't offer that. Maybe Infiniti does, I'm not sure. Maybe in the M. The back seat in this car is also where it's pretty tight. You can see where the legroom is. You can see where the legroom is on this car. It's just really tight. The low roof kind of makes it hard to get in and out of. The door panels here, though, are soft touch, and soft touch down there as well. Even soft touch down here, so they're really consistent. But getting into the car, definitely my 5'7" frame. That's where I'd have the seat to drive. I'm imagining if you were taller, like 6 foot, it's gonna be really cramped back here. The headliner, though, is this really nice, soft mouse fur-like fabric. It's even down to the D pillar over there too. It's just, or C pillar, I'm sorry, and the B pillar here. It's just a really nice interior. You have vents back there. You have an armrest over here as well with cup holders and storage. Even a little storage compartment right there. It's just a really nice interior, and even in the back seat, but it just needs a little bit more space than this. The trunk in this vehicle is also on the small size, but the opening is huge. Very large opening because it's not a strut type, it's just the hinges, the gooseneck hinges, but they did put a little cutout there so it doesn't block it or it doesn't crush your cargo. No folding seat, just a little pass-through, as you can see. And just your typical Lexus Toyota Smooth 2.5 liter V6 under the hood. It's covered up with engine shrouds. That's a typical Lexus thing. This car is very smooth even at high RPMs. It's very Toyota-like. Toyotas or engines are very smooth at high RPMs. This one makes 204 horsepower. That's definitely down on power today compared to the Turbo 4s that are in other luxury cars today. So Lexus is probably going to move to a turbo 4-cylinder, I'm hoping, with the next generation IS. This car definitely gets the job done in terms of acceleration. It's just not for the enthusiast. It doesn't have enough power to satisfy someone with a lead foot. I mean, comparing this car to like a 328i, that's definitely more power. But this is more in line with like a G25, an Acura TSX with a 4-cylinder, which, interestingly enough, the TSX makes almost the same horsepower with a 4. But it's a very smooth, powerful, or a smooth, refined V6 engine for sure. All right, well, let's move on to how does this car drive. Now, in terms of the driving position, seats are really comfortable. You have a decent view of the road. You'll definitely feel a little claustrophobic, as I said many times. It's just funny because I'm so short, yet I do feel kind of small in this car. There's a lack of headroom in here, but the visibility in here is good. I like the mirrors and everything. Mirrors provide good view. Not too much in the way of blind spots. So this A-pillar is pretty thick. But the material on it, though, is really nice. That's really soft. And just right off the bat, as soon as I kind of get going, I get the Lexus refinement. Lexus is all about refinement. It's a very smooth, quiet, nice ride. Handling, though, is much better, especially than all the other wobbly Lexuses I've driven, like that RX, the ES. The steering is very direct, precise, inspires confidence. The ride's actually not bad, too. It's good balance. You do have to rev the little scrawny V6 to get it going. But once you do, it moves out of its own way, and it's very smooth. Much smoother than the V6 and the Infiniti Gs. Definitely smoother. But man, you do have to wring that scrawny V6's neck to get it going. It doesn't have much torque. It's kind of, I mean, they might as well just go with a 4-cylinder with the amount of power that the V6 puts out, but it's fine, I guess, for every day, for people who aren't the enthusiasts. I mean, because this car has a really quiet, controlled ride. Steering's very precise. The seats are comfortable. I wouldn't hesitate taking this car on a long trip at all. It's a very comfortable, classy, refined, luxurious sports sedan. You can see there that's about half throttle. Definitely could use more guts. I'd be very curious to drive this car with a 350, just because it's got 102 more horsepower than this baby. But the 250 is also the only IS you can get with a stick shift. I don't know why they wouldn't offer the 350 with a manual, which they should, but I guess there just aren't enough enthusiast drivers, enthusiast buyers buying this car, buying this Lexus. When they hear the name Lexus, they think of kind of like serene luxury cruiser, and Lexus is trying to change that. But anyways, guys, I hope you have enjoyed my quick overview of this 2008 Lexus IS250 all-wheel drive. For those of you in the market for a classy sports sedan like this, I definitely recommend it, but if you got a lead foot, go for the 350. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day.
Yeah, here's some legal stuff for you. The views and opinions expressed in the following video may not necessarily reflect those of the title-holding automotive dealer or the entity they represent. All videos are filmed with permission by a professional driver on a set course with the collaboration and assistance of local law enforcement authorities. Do not attempt. Logos and brandings of vehicle manufacturers, dealerships, and online social media sites are the sole property of their respective representation used with permission. The To The Redline logo, soundtrack, and web resources, as well as all other associated media, are copyrighted intellectual property of To The Redline LLC. All rights reserved.